Hey friends, and welcome back to another video. Now, a little while ago you may remember a series of videos where I was doing some modifications to some of my fight sticks. Most notably the Razer Panthera Evo, the Nikon Daija, of which there are two there. This one is the Wolverine stick. You may remember that. We did a really good in-depth video as to how to mod them. Now, for the past couple of years, I have been kind of infatuated with fight sticks. As you can no doubt tell, I have 7 of them here that I've collected over the past, 18 months or so, 18 months, 2 years, thereabouts. And I'm pretty much done with wanting any more. Or at least that's what I tell my wife. I think she would flip if I came home with another fight stick or two. But there are a couple of beautiful fight sticks out there, such as the Victrix Pro FS fight stick. They do an amazing Street Fighter edition. And also the Qanba Dragon, which is a truly beautiful fight stick as well. Really, really something. But I decided to limit myself to just this 6. So we're going to go through them just very, very quickly. And then I'm going to do an in-depth look at where you go next. What is it that you elevate to after you've kind of got your fix of fight sticks? You've got ones here that are some of the best basically out there. We have the Mad Catz TE2 Plus fight stick, that is the Street Fighter 5 edition. I've got the original, the OG version of the Razer Panthera. That is the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite edition. As I mentioned earlier, we have this Turtles themed Razer Panthera Evo, which was supposedly the follow-up to the OG Panthera, but honestly I still prefer the original Panthera over the Evo edition. Of course the Nikon Daijas, which they get a lot of flack for apparently supposedly input lag. Honestly, I've never been able to detect that, but again, if you are a regular follower of the channel, you will be aware that I don't really play competitive gaming. I just love that arcade stick feel for casual play and like fighting games, but also my side-scrolling beat-em-ups like Golden Axe, like Streets of Rage, that kind of thing as well. You know, Final Fight, those classic side-scrolling beat-em-up games. But I also added a couple of extra sticks to the collection late last year, and that is the Green Goblin. Now these are specific to the Sega Dreamcast, and that is because I bought a mint condition Sega Dreamcast a little while ago, and I was worried that playing fighting games on the gamepads, the original Dreamcast gamepads, may damage those gamepads. Like you don't want a knackered stick or anything like that. So I wanted to invest in proper fight sticks for that machine for a bit of Marvel vs. Capcom action, and without fear of damaging the actual gamepad, because I still love Crazy Taxi and Sega Rally and those games as well. You know, Power Stone are just amazing, Jet Set Radio, etc. So that's why we've got 2 Green Goblins sitting here as well. But as I mentioned, where do you go after the fight stick? A lot of people are fine to just stay at fight stick level, and that is fantastic. I love fight sticks as well. It's certainly easy. You just pull out the fight stick, plug it into your console, and off you go. But I really wanted to go back to my youth of going into the arcade and playing those arcade cabinets. So that's right. Where you go from here is an arcade cabinet. Check this out. Yeah. I told you there was escalation and there is room to grow if you're a fight stick fan. So as you can see, this thing is absolutely huge. I barely have enough room on my desk to actually keep this thing, let alone get me in the shot for this video as well. So what we're going to do is talk a little bit about what went into building this thing, all the steps that I went through, where I got the parts, and how it all basically came together. Now, to kick things off, as you can see, I have the original, my original design for my Nikon Daija fight stick. Now, check out the video specifically on this if you want to know how to modify that stick. You'll see the full walkthrough from, installing the buttons, fitting the artwork, all that kind of stuff. But I love this yellow, blue and white color scheme so much that I figured that would look a seriously sick looking arcade machine. Now, my little games room is pretty good actually. It has a lot of space. As you can see, I've got my collectibles everywhere. And behind me I've got a green screen over there, which is just off camera. And it allows me to do pretty much everything I want to do in terms of display all my awesome stuff. And obviously play games, use it as a work from home office, everything, podcasting, etc. But I don't have space for a full-size arcade cabinet. So the next best thing is this guy here, and this is called a bar top arcade cabinet. Now what basically that is, it doesn't have the stand, like the bottom half of the arcade cabinet, it's just the top, as you can see. So you can essentially move it around. I mean, it is heavy, so moving it around is a bit challenging, but it's wide, it's big, it takes a 24-inch monitor. You can actually get ones that take a 40-inch TV, like a 4K panel. And that just blows my mind. I really do not have space for that. But this one takes a 24-inch 1080p monitor, which is what I have in there. And it all runs from a Raspberry Pi. And I'm running some emulators and stuff to get those classic video games there. And the bar top itself is exactly as you see it. It is a kit. So it comes already with all the panels basically machined out, all the holes pre-drilled. It comes with the screws. It comes with the groove for the T-molding, which is what you see, this kind of blue finish, which wraps around the whole cabinet. And it comes white or black or plain wood color. And that allows you to either freehand paint the panels, or like me here, I have some custom vinyl graphics which I designed. I got a printing company to print them to my specification, my size, and then I basically hand cut them. And myself and my wife, because I needed, it's a two-man job really, basically applied the vinyls to the side. And what you're seeing is basically the finished asset. All the buttons are wired up. It's 2-player. The front buttons are wired up. Everything looks amazing. But the real story is how you get there. So unfortunately, I didn't have the space as I was doing it to actually film the whole process, but I did take a lot of pictures. And that's what we're going to basically show you right now. So let's dive in and let's take a look.